Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 Harran series here on the Lord Master channel. You can see the man in the middle. This is our current Amiruta by the name of Ezekiel. But you may notice already that he's only got one arm. He lost his arm during one of the last few battles he fought while he was the prince during our Mesopotamian Wars of Conquest. And that's the result of it. He's a one-armed king, and there was a time, where he fought against a duel against the man who was a nemesis of his father, and thus inherited the rivalry of it. And so he dueled against the rival, with this one arm, his sword arm, and he actually won. Yeah, he actually won the duel with one arm only. But, however, due to having the main trait, his health is rather poor now. Any other significant injury or any illness that might come, it may kill him. And that'll be no good to nobody. And this would make his 10-year-old son, as you can see next to him, named Asher, begin his rule way early. Though not as early as Babaeus, our great ruler. Rest in peace, command. So now, let us continue the reign of Amiruta Ezekiel of the Al-Harani Amiruta. Give it a moment. As you know, these things take time. Furthering knowledge. The Neoplatonic Academy in Harran continues to prove its importance to learning and science. Several notable Harranian scholars and philosophers have recently published a number of texts expounding on various intellectual topics, which have been applauded throughout the region for their clear-sighted wisdom and illuminating nature. Well, that's good news. Scholars from Neoplatonic recently wrote important texts. Development growth here for the next 5 years. And as you can see, we have expanded our realm, and we have reached all the way to the coast of the Persian Gulf. Although, to be real frank, I would love to expand more into this area of Khuzestan, though it is not part of Mesopotamia. But there is some interest, especially in the area of Tasta. You see this Shushtar hydraulic system. It does give a bit of a stewardship. And it's, although, if you recall from early in the series that I mentioned the Khuzestan flavor pack, so basically the entire area of Khuzestan does have a bit of flavor. Compare that to a single county like in Harran, even though the series is mostly focused on Harran. But expanding a bit of there would give it some flavor to it. If only I was the owner of it. Which does give out more money, and then there's a tiny bit of stewardship. And also you can enact decisions while you're there. Various cultures live there, but they're all Sunnis, obviously. But of course, as of late, we've been on offensive wars for a long time. So again, by being the main attacker in the war will gradually cause your vassals to dislike you after 6 months. Civil wars and great holy wars are excluded from this. Once no longer in such a war, the penalty will slowly decay. And you are the one causing trouble here. You want to start a Dissolution Faction. Or we'll set out to get rid of you if you do indeed cause trouble, because you have no chance of winning this rebellion. And if you wish to bring foreign allies, Well, that'll be another mistake free. Because we are above the vassal limit. And isn't there any innovations that actually increases the vassal limit? If I remember correctly. Let me see. I don't think it says anything like that. I think it's just a matter of title than anything else. Not even late medieval? No, says nothing about it at all. Let's clarify here. There are 3 direct vassals above the vassal limit 10, which will reduce tax. Each ruler can control a certain amount of direct vassals instead of having them as direct vassals. They should instead be managed by one of your other vassals. To do is grant one of your vassals away to another vassal. I mean, I could think of plenty. But there are some parts of the land that I'm not willing to let go as of yet. But I might give away this. Might give away that one. Because I never really invested much in that. And I did mention that I would love to take ownership of this. Because of this thing here. So if I was to start another war, even though it doesn't look like it'll happen anytime soon, because I'm not that much of a prestigious ruler anyhow. That, and also you need to be of a level of fame up to 3, which we're far from that. I'm looking. Promised you to send you to university, right? Said my father. Whereas I have a limited time on Earth because I'm maimed. Trying to do everything I can to keep me a little healthy before, you know, death takes me. Yes, I disinherited you because circumstances mandated. Get me a court tutor. We got so many damn prisoners I have no idea what to do with. So I might as well mass ransom everybody. Hopefully some of you have money. Get me an antiquarian and the court tutor. Like a son, there's a language you must study. Greek is good. Study the Arabic language. Second most common language in our realm. Well, actually, it's more common than Aramaic when you think about it, regarding the Assyrians and such. So, we're not expanding anytime soon. Although I would love to take Khuzestan. It is next to Tib, which we do have control over that. Oh, and also another thing. Reinforce relations with the Silk Road communities. Get me the East Asians. And then subsequently bring in the East Asian specialists, which gives me a little bit of renown, but more importantly, I want to create this duchy title. So I'll give it to him and we'll distribute to a couple of who needs it. All that and more. It's the only two areas. I would fight a short war, but this Dissolution Faction is going to be out to get him. So, let's get time moving along then. Hook, hook, money, hook, money, hook, 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 hook. There's money, money. My men learned with survivors of pictures somewhere the nobility was led away humiliating chains. Ah, those bastards. Now anyways, let's create that aforementioned duchy title. And give that to him. What is it called now? Kashgar. Not to be confused with Kashgar. Right. Just giving him a little more strength so he can stay loyal to us. One direct vassal above me. Yeah, we'll deal with that a little later. Yes, creating tiles does give me prestige. Oh, far away to becoming illustrious so I can get this great land. But also may help increase the size of levies over time, which I hope it would discourage and try to rebel against me. Oh, we got another one. It's them. An Abbasid. And he's off to his cuff. Oh no, on our way back from his cuff. Can I accept your gift? These are all powerful vassals. You know, they're not powerful to me. Negotiate alliances from this. Yes. All good, Uncle. I woke up today with sore limbs, experiencing vomits, persistent cough with extreme lack of energy. Probably just the past one's always a nagging, possibly something far worse. Yes, I'm about to die. They're gonna take advantage of this situation. And before I pass, I would like to hold court. I want to hear the petitioners from all of you. Frontier Fracas. As an ex-petitioner, is evidently somewhat a stranger in this court, as I do not recognize her. In the eyes of the Rabhalawata Marshal, Idan, I have been on them since they first entered. My lord, I've come to declare that the people of Kabbalah are refusing to pay taxes levied upon us. In times past, our land and people were granted rights and privileges which your recent exactions ignore. We request that you could address our concerns fairly, or else. Sounds like you may be misinterpreting some charters. 100% guaranteed that I will successfully demonstrate that the leaders of tax revolt have simply misinterpreted an old law, and therefore their complaint is unmerited. So, the control of Kabbalah will go up, gain 300 stewardship lifestyle experience, gain 50 gold, and for the limited time of my life, I'll gain tax successor, which everybody will pay me taxes a little more. Positively. The tax all ebbs away. A place across. My brother Patros takes a turn bending my ear before the sun goes. Oh, glorious brother, give me the honor of pouring your refreshments and ensuring their soundness. I will not let you down. Oh, how could I refuse such a friend as Ezekiel? You have the job, Petros. Exhibiting a mirror to Ezekiel's collection. My courtier Aglab approaches me with a spring step. My liege, he says, full of excitement. I have a great idea that I could bring you either money or fame. You have amassed quite a collection of artifacts, my lord. So why not put them on display? You could charge viewing your collection, or for free so that more people will view it. Clears the door before continuing. People do have a tendency to want the things they see, so the downside is that more people try to claim their artifacts. Yeah, why not? I want people to pay witness but a glimpse of my glory. Doesn't sound humble at all, but I'm dying, so take what little we can for the monetary gain. I'm about to die. The realm's about to go into revolt. Not dying yet. I still have work to do. You know what? Assemble. Because it takes a while to, get the army assembled. So, assemble here in Harran and raise the army. And head to Baghdad. 5 months! Had we known. I cannot be a good commander for this. I'm not like what I used to. Well, we're assembling and we shall move them. Christian Marshal by 1. We have another one from Kabbalah. Basically, this part of Mesopotamia is the ones that are going to be in revolt, and they're all going to be punished. They could set them at any time now, as we're trying to get everybody together. "50 days. Harran Dissolution. To my liege, it is time for you to recognize that you are not able to maintain the unity of Harran. It's time to end your rule, or of any others. The region needs more freedom. Accept our demands, or face our swords on the battlefield." I will not be threatened. Greetings, liege. Blessings upon you in your house. Seems no recourse for our dispute other than settle on the battlefield. We need your help. It's kind of too late now. And plus, there's gonna be other entities that may join them. So, I mean, outside powers are ganging up on it. Will not accept. One moment, please. Crud. Crud. If only I knew their language. Or find an alternative. Yes, too many alliances. Oh, I got it. I never use this damn thing. Here, have at it. Here, you can have it. Matrilineal, even though I don't know if your child will live, but it'll have to do. Because we need the help of the Kuramites. A president of it got lost recently while trekking near the wilderness. She came across a flat, vertical stone surface where ancient rulers of the region carved various images and symbols. As reported to the authorities, I sent in people to investigate. It appears that this stone might be the last remnants of an imposing ancient monument. The stone can't be reused, so it must stand where it is, perhaps for all eternity. Well, that's in the mid, which I control that. So it's gonna be there for about 12 years. So I have the decision to go investigate that. Which I could go pay a visit to there, actually. So ancient stone monuments might be a dime a dozen for some scholars, but there are some which intrigue even those without scholarly inclinations, inspiring the average person to admire and better understand it. So the anticipated rewards from hosting a stone monument examination activity it includes piety, stress loss, and even this. The context. Prehistoric stone monuments can be found in many places around the world. These monoliths, whose purpose is often uncertain or at least contested, inspired many legends and myths for later cultures that discovered them. Yeah, I'll pay a visit to there. Just me and the caravan master. Any only intent is curiosity, as I'll see what the big deal is concerning with these old ruins. Yep, going over there. As stated before. While the armies are on the march towards Baghdad, we shall deal with all these entities that threaten us. Here I am, with a couple of other guests that decided to come with me. For future reference, build defenses. We know there are those that already have, but in our capital we never improved upon it. I've taken some time to travel to the more remote parts of it where there's a great ancient stone monument. I was just curious and wondered what it's like. Upon arriving at the location, I walk up to the monument to examine it further. Though its shape is crude, it is clearly carved by human hands. It is also an impressive size, and I can see why locals have been unable to move it anywhere. One has to wonder what it got here in the first place. My scholarly instincts tell me to investigate this monument further. And that we did. Now go back home while the armies are on the march to deal with this threat. Gain additional taxes, so we might need a holy order for this. Wars Tammuz. No cost. This gives us some camel riders. The Grand Mistress herself. Go ahead. I don't think it's a good idea, but I'll lead. Just keep me away from them. The real question is, where are they going? Take the long way. So that they can fight more effectively. Let's get together, all together. This was to be expected. King Ezekiel has passed on to 39 years of age. He died from his internal injuries, mangled in a terrible accident, which is actually battlefield wounds. He spent his last years barely able to walk. He was walking just fine. Amiruta assures sends his throne, having admired and mastered many skills. He is sure to be admired by his subjects. He only reigned for 2 years, making this the shortest reigning ruler I've played for this series so far. Didn't lose any titles, but now things are gonna get nasty. Regent, where are they going? He's 11, so 5 years of regency. Well, 4, because he's turning 12 this year. And his orientation's an asexual, so that means you can't seduce or romance anyone when you're an adult. So, the one who is the heir is the one that's in prison. unpreferred heir. I know I'm not the first choice. Actually, you'll be much better, Stuart. Bold antagonist. I do not trust you. Put my uncle there. Someone I can trust. And present him this. But it's high cost. Because, you know, running an army. But you're trying to catch them. Grandmother. I'm judged harshly for my hospitality towards the criminal who is avoided by almost everyone on the account of their wicked faith. My fellow condemned to continue proximity to this irredeemable fiend. This perceives open tolerance, tarnishing my court's reputation in the eyes of the priesthood and faithful. They have forced my hand, and I must decide whether my grandmother's crimes will outweigh my effects for it. Surely something must be done, even if Jesus shine by me. You must repent. Please. During a time like this. We have to defeat him on the battlefield. Now they're heading for the capital. Gotta learn the local language. I could meet my peers, but we're gonna be running out of money very fast. We have to end this war by first defeat them on the battlefield. And also see if we could get to Basra. Because Rome's in chaos. And if we lose this war, everything that we worked so hard for would be for nothing. They have more allies than we do. Could be no dialogue with them. I'm looking. alliance between us. Damascus to join us. Come on with us. We gotta scare him off. Please help us. Pleased to have you still, even though you're disinherited. I'm not sure how strong you are, but you come from the Strait of Hormuz, the Hormuz region. Yes, this will work too. My goodness, this just becomes a region-wide conflict. 24 days? 21 days. We'll get them. Help us out. We're gonna catch him out there. Owner is slightly adept. Hell, I'm gonna be slightly adept also. War's been going on for a year now, and things continue to escalate and gonna get really nasty. Right, there's about 5,000 plus, and there's another 4,000 down there somewhere. This would be a devastating conflict. They may have the advantage, but so that's the first step of victory. The defender controls war target, meaning if they don't occupy any of our territories, then we have a chance of winning it. So now we have to go down there this way. But of course, we'll be running out of money very, very soon. And we have no way of improving it. Unless I wish to give away some of these other entities. As I take notice of performances made down in the council, or among the informal vassals meeting, I sense he's ever more influential in the decisions being made and the advice being given to me. It is no wonder the political master improves his contribution and a long-standing influence at large. A talented one. A savvy politician. This way. This is the main army we have to go after. They're the ones responsible. A way shrine in Kalanikos has recently gained fame for its blessings supposedly granted to those who pray at it. Pilgrims and travelers are making their way there in droves, seeking the boons it provides. Interesting. We'll probably lose unless we get further backup. You got it. if we'll catch any of them, but we'll likely catch this one. Of all of our combined strength. I fear we may have no choice but to... I don't think it says anything about taking a loan, so I think we'll be struggling on who's going to be deep into debt more and more. I am not Zoroastrian. What are you talking about? You can convert to Mazda, yes, if you wish to, but just control one of these, have your level of fame up, and not to have sort of traits of anything. Unless I'm cynical, I guess I know what you're talking about, but not something to think about right now. We're going to be catching some of them, not all. Nope, we got the larger force, while the others are going to get away. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get together, then split up. You go after them over there, while we will be heading... I mean, we're the ones with the siege weapons. We should begin our siege over there. And there'll be more friendly reinforcements out to come. So you have friendly reinforcements, so do not worry yourselves. We got more friendlies coming. And we're in debt now. This can lead to big penalties unless we end this war sooner. Gotta go straight to Basra. It's the only way to end the thing. And of course this makes corruption rampant. Come on, catch them. We'll be engaging. No perspectives. I sit quietly, listening to my Courtier Aglav, locked in a keen theological debate with my high shaman, Alash. The latter entreats modesty, but the backwards Muslim teach cannot earnestly be compared to those of our Semitic. Allah's truth is mere distortion of the ones. And I've discussed, falling his fist. Think about it deeply, and you will see that unholy ritual of witches stand in contradiction to the pursuit of heaven. That is why I do not talk to the lost. Lash sighs frustration. If you do not listen to the truth, I can only hope you are somehow spared infernal hell. This is not our place to debate the divine. We don't need to sow division of ourselves at this critical time. They're engaging. Whether by remaining this all for long or as a consequence of recent bankruptcy, my prestige as well as my dynasty do not suffer a grievous loss. I need to bounce back to positive balance in my treasury. Oh my goodness. If you fall below 49 gold, you will suffer the consequences of being insolvent. Every 5 years you will remain insolvent. You will have that same effect over and over again. Oh my goodness. You see that, people? It's part of the Dark Ages mod, where you do not want to be in debt for a prolonged period. So, we're out of debt for now, even though there would be little signs of improvement. Pranking my grandmother. She's looking a bit confined, I see. She's taking things too much seriously. Handling matters around court in and day out. Perhaps ought to lighten the mood a bit. Wonder, She would react if her clothes would go missing. That's your grandmother. Come on. No, I should be nice. I just remembered something. I wish you could send me to university, but that's not possible. Guess they're gonna retreat all the way to, so let's begin the siege here. How long will this take? 6 months. Where the hell did they go? There they are. This is neutral ground, unfortunately. More men are coming to bring in more to their siege weapons. Oh, I see. That's why you won't do well out here. Chances are even. Just follow us and we might have a chance. And we'll see too if we can capture this man. He's in the court. If we capture him, war's over, and we can stop this stupid nonsense. Especially during a time like this. And also we're being raided here. They might capture me. Capture my guardian. Also formed a bit of alliance. Trouble is brewing in Uppercouple. Led by a charismatic populace raised from the crowd that is spreading false rumors about myself, significant segments of the populace seem to believe in the lies and target me as the source of their anger. Commoners are refusing to engage, with all the bureaucrats running the place, disobeying orders given by the militia, and causing all sorts of havoc with the general policies being implemented in the region. As things stand, this state of affairs caused a significant drop in the people's opinion about myself. This can lead to dangerous situations with my physical integrity down the road. Crud! Must weather the storm. It's not that bad, but still. Just a few more days. How could they keep getting away from us? It's the camels, that's why. I step out of my tent, the siege camp spawns up for me. Ragged camp of campus hovels, crowded between the barren slopes of the river and forest that's back. The sky is choked with smoke and fires and burning cauldrons. Flames so huge that they cast long shadows on the desolate field. Pennants snap in the stiff breeze. Cut timbers lay stacked like a wall outside the tents. My little retainer approaches and informs that the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards and head to the edge of the camp. The day of Ajlan stands before me, a disordered pile of rubble and debris. In the fields between, the dead lie heaped in massive piles, makeshift defenses to the onslaught of arrows. Vultures circle overhead, Grieving widows sing out agonized goodbyes to their husbands and children. Men and women throng the streets, afraid and confused, worried, hungry, and lost. They tremble before the army, gazing up the black sky, waiting for the world to shake itself apart and tumble down around their quaking shoulders. That's it. Let the army run wild. Is there anybody important? Imprison everybody. This increases the war score if you take somebody important, such as capturing their spouse. Why not? We'll assist you on this siege as well. Don't go anywhere. We'll deal with them soon. We're finally gonna catch the bastards. Reservoir dogs, those are just levies. We caught them without them being reinforced. Even though the advantage belongs to them. We'll see how it goes. We'll be there in 11 days. Well, obviously we're taking more casualties. And the more levies makes very little difference. Pull back. All of you right now. There we go. I step out of my tent. The siege camps pause before me. A great knot of men and smoking torches. Flags snap and flail in the rain-drenched wind. Everything is covered in a singed of gray damps like a mud-laden lake. My low retainer approaches and informs me that the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards head to the edge of the camp. A daya of Al-Bula stands for me, a murky bog, a field of corpses desecrated line. In the fields between, the bodies of the fallen lie thick. They lie in the shallows of a flooded river too. Bloody faces rising from the glistening green swell. Everywhere my gaze falls, once handsome houses are shattered, roofs are punctured, staples are toppled, grieving widows in rags scurry past, weeping stay forage for edible weeds in the deserted gardens. Limited looting. Just want to get out of debt as soon as possible. And we will imprison everyone and revoke the titles and give it to those who may care. Even if they do not like me, then I may give it to them, just to improve relations. It's maddening, but I'm glad this is going to be all over. This way. Oh no, never mind, we're in retreat, but get them off now. We can't be in debt forever. Because we're still being raided. Just drive them out. In fact, we dare them to come over here. Just let them go over to the border and they'll return with their loot, which is at the max now. Fine. try to obtain gold, but failed. No. You rebelled. As I passed my time with my guardians, I progressed to adopt more and more aspects of ways of us. After a certain point, it becomes clear I changed my culture to fit into survival. So, now I've become Armenian, which, once I convert to the local culture when I'm an adult and get the prestige back, I'll change it back to Syriac. As it were. Now get us out of debt, now! And plus we cannot reinforce. You can have her. But it's still not enough. All of your titles are getting revoked. And then you'll be released. That's my idea. Hey, wait a minute. If I remember correctly, I was about to say, yeah, you can give away titles to somebody. Okay, just making sure. Because I'm thinking that Crusader Kingsman 2 mentality. Anyone who has landed will have all their titles revoked. And then, subsequently, will appoint newer vassals. I guess you might be the one that'll be, you know, you'll be the one that got away, just to get us out of debt. But I got my eye on you. $100. Goody. That's from a different realm. You got it. We'll be out of debt soon enough. And then, of course, appoint newer vassals. All locals. You can have Basra. At least you won't oppose me. You are not powerful vassal. You are from there. Don't worry, there's money coming in. Although I wish I could get rid of you right now, but give it a moment. I'll postpone this, unfortunately. Not a popular move. But we're trying to spend the money to reinforce. You got it. Another 100. Once everybody's fully reinforced, then guess things may slowly go back to normal. All we have to worry about now is that Liberty faction. Which that one I would be willing to lower Crown Authority. Keyword willing. No. Plus, since I'm Armenian culture, let me see. Interesting, but I'd rather change it back to Syriac once I become an adult. But you need 500 prestige. I'll try not to get worked up too much. But hey, at least I automatically know Armenian just for the change of culture. Just need to get you on our side. Which there is a way. Present these gifts to him. And I may give you one more. One opinion, one opinion. Hope you're not greedy. 100. Trying to get you out of this faction. As our order of the Warriors Tammuz grow, we need more land to which to organize the defense of the Harranian faith. The Medina of Jabul is perfectly suited for our purpose, which we wish to lead to the service of our cause. Your request is granted. That's over there. Thanks for the money. Hey, got a gift for you. Talk about good timing. You know you're allowed to sway, right? Okay then. Forgot to do that. Here. Do have a little bit of dread. For now. He backed off. No more lessons. Savat died in prison. Great. Oh, they blinded her. And captivity. Well, teach me what you know. Unlikely to become Syriac due to my age. Well, give it a try. Need a court tutor as well, because it can improve education outcomes. Almost fully reinforced, and then once it does, maybe the tax income can improve slightly until I become an adult, of course. Yeah, this is about as much for making until I turn 16 later on. And as well as more control. You know, let's go meet peers. Spending this amount of money for once, maybe I could meet some other children I may befriend with or so. I am laying on the hills one quiet afternoon, contemplating about the future. I'll be an adult soon. I pulled out of the family necklace that's been with me since I was born. Made it this far with no parent to guide me on what it means to be the lord of the house Al-Harani. Upon our house model as a multicolored light shine through the dangling gemstone, I thought to myself, I shall be the embodiment of duty. All the way till I'm 45 years old. And gained a little bit of renown back. Now I'm distinguished. Gonna make our way back to illustrious one day. And I have been under a lot of stress lately because we just went through a civil war and we survived. Everyone is here. As all the small lords and ladies usher in the room, I feel myself grow giddier and giddier. I'm thrilled that Paulos, the son of my vassal, Grabkir Tachalai, and Petros, the son and heir of my vassal, Amir Sabe, both can make it. Not to mention Tammuz, the son and heir of my vassal, Amir Elijah. Welcome. Rescued him from the barrel. We are exploring the local temple when Tammuz, the son and heir of my vassal Amir Elijah, I stumble across High Shamadai surrounded by scrolls. They are from journals long ago. Are you interested in such things? Yes, teach me about them. I take to the art of journaling. Increased my learning skill a little. Practice blunt sword. Practice with blunt hammer. And you? Brave Azbek. Again, Armenian word. Taveta, the daughter of my vassal, Amir Elijah, are watching the Azbek train in the corridor of my Aspet Mahmoud approaches. What do you say, Joe? Do you think you can handle the basics? Yes. Pick up on the basics. Prowess is excellent. Suited for tournaments and other things. In addition to be perhaps potentially a great administrator. That's what I see myself one day. tell you that the daughter and heir of my Katoloa, Armenian word for chancellor, convinced that Juma approached through the heap of fabric and arms as she dumps on the floor in front of me, realized it's a heap of clothing for adults. Let's play house together. Only if we're the parents. It was good to forget all responsibilities for a while and spend time without you, but I am told that I must return to my duties now. We all had so much fun. Hopefully we could do this again soon. Not anytime soon, obviously. As soon as I turn 16, I'm gonna go back to being Syriac. But at least I learned Armenian along the way. Got rid of the corruption. Things will improve. Hopefully. Start swaying you to tell you to back off. What's the matter with you? Don't want to fill the coffers? Considerably disgruntled populace. Only for a few more months. We can improve this a little further. Those merchant settlers are still here? In fact, you might as well implement that right now. They're gonna go away soon. Soraya Harranian peasants. That's good. August 15th is coming. Let's see how my stewardship education is going to be. I assume it's probably going to be like 2. What the hell of a shall I? And the university. Okay, did attend the university after all. Just like what grandfather said. I achieved understanding of stewardship that far exceeds any of my peers. Even though I had a natural inclination towards the subject, my mastery is still an achievement. Thinking back on my childhood, I realized I never truly connected with anyone. Even the solitaires playing with friends or whispering about love, I'd never experienced such things myself. I'm certain that the coming years will lead to new friends and new opportunities. So, Kavorasha, you're a man now. Thrifty clerk? Oh no, I'm not a thrifty clerk. Just jumped up to Midas touched. There's the final result. As well as you have the truth of solving mathematical problems. And I'm in very good health. But now change your culture back to the way it was, back to standard. As much as I like wearing that Armenian crown, as much as it looks good on me, but change it back. I acknowledge who I am. And this is what I realistically look like. So yes, now I have Assyrian blood. And you can leave. Regency's at an end. And this is my betrothed. intrigue. Well, I always lack of it, but I don't mind. As long as this keeps the lines between us. So yeah, now you know the three most important languages. Aramaic, Arabic, and Armenian. Well, so learn one more language. It should be the language of the Sogdians. My uncle's a Kernite. But keep in mind, the realm is still rather precarious. Loyalty to predecessor. That's good to know. Since I have very high stewardship, let me see. I do see myself as being more of an administrator, just to keep this country together. And I know I do not have any enemies as of yet. There's no need to go for duty focus, so go for domain focus. Every 5 years. And yes, I'm over the limit, but I aim to change that sooner or later. Not my type, really. Plus, that's my aunt talking. And it's the roleplay effect that he's an asexual. He doesn't take part in deviancy. Do they? I mean, that's... Again, when you're an asexual, that means, let me find this female character. Take her, for example, you know she's 59. Oh, actually, you can seduce, but will not become lovers. Okay. You can seduce, it's just you cannot become lovers. That's what gives it. Okay, I understand now. Yeah. If you see any animals that needs to be hunted down, I'll be there. And save a little bit of money so we can reinforce relations with the peoples of the Silk Road. Likely step. Unless you want to go Middle Eastern again, and because the amount of stewardship I'm trying to get up there. And also have thought about the possibility of giving away to somebody. In fact, let's do that right now. Go for Middle Eastern. And bring in those settlers. Just to prove things, though. But we're not quite up there yet. Okay, let me switch some books around. I gotta get this fixed. We can get it fixed. The health's fine. Equip this one. There we go. All you needed is one more. Now we can start making some real fortune. So I will actually end this episode very soon. Because we want this whole majority episode just feels like it's just been grounded or grinded to a halt. Although that's something I may have to do. Go on Grand Tour and you're giving me an artifact? Who are you? That's my vassal. A lunatic is giving me a skull goblet. An elegant vernacular drink goblet, formed from the skull of a Nazi. Nazi Busik. Very low durability, and has very low durability. The thing's about to break. And plus, it does not give me, plus, I am not that kind of person who would be keeping skull goblets. A Khwarezmian wants to write a book. Get rid of that skull goblet. How much do I have to pay you? Huh! Sure. First you paid 90, but I could do that. I wish I could tell you to stick around. Something tells me we ought to go raiding soon, but we'll do that in the next episode. We'll raid our neighbors before we even think about going on the offensive again. But I would like to go on a grand tour to go visit some of my unruly vassals and see too if we can. Okay, thank you very much. And then see too if we can try to improve relations with just about everybody here. Address their concerns and then form the duchy titles, and then start distributing these said titles to the entities. Deserves it or not. And plus, thanks to my very high stewardship, that means I could travel quite fast. And also, the upcoming next episode, I'll be married to Anna here. Though that's an Armenian name rather than Bedouin, but actually that's a good culture to have because of a few other things. What's my magnificent book? $201. Hell, how come you're so big price compared to this man? Stick around. I'll have to get money by other means, as we will end this episode right here. Because now keep in mind, I may be brave, but I'm not ideal for leading armies like that because I have no commander traits. But I could be a great fighter if need be. Yeah. So we should consider getting these books and more. But to mention I'm well protected with the amount of alliances that I have. Especially with the Karamites. But, however, if she does not have children soon, then this realm may no longer be Karamite. But it's going to become Buddhist, which is... Oh, you are actually... But how did you become Buddhist? Okay, you come from a line of Buddhists, but... When did this start? Still Karamite. Well, they're from the Gurids. They were always Buddhists. So, anyways, we hope you people have enjoyed this episode. It was quite tense, but we're still around. Rome's not broken. We paid a heavy price, but we're still here. We've not expanded much, but hopefully we can get back on our feet, as we'll be planning on raiding soon, which of course you know how long it takes to assemble everybody over. So we'll see you in the next one, but until then, so long for now.